Dave here with Limitless Brave. For the past 17 years, I've been mentoring men to help them shift their mindsets so they can shift their world, helping them with their dating lives, their marriages, their divorces, their businesses and careers, as well as living an awesome lifestyle. And of course, everybody's favorite, making more money. Guys, today we're going to be talking about the dating cycle. If you're struggling with dating, pay attention to this cycle because it's going to shed a little light on where you are in the cycle and where you need to move to next. And I'm not going to get into all the transitions from cycle to cycle because that's a much longer video, but you at least have a mental map in your mind as to where you need to go next for what you're trying to achieve with your dating life. So let's get into it. First item is intention. First item in the cycle is intention. What is your intention for dating? Is it a one-night stand? Is it a friends with benefits situation? Is it that you're just dating around, seeing what's out there? Are you looking for an actual girlfriend? Or are you looking for a long-term relationship, meaning monogamous marriage, that type of stuff? So you need to know what your intention is when you're out there looking for women. The way you approach a woman that wants to have a one-night stand is going to be different than a girlfriend, that's different than a long-term relationship. Each one of these ways of dating, so to speak, is going to be approached different. So for example, a one-night stand, you're going to be screening for sexual interest immediately on your approach. You're going to be asking more sexual questions right up front. You're going to be more physical in your touch immediately. You're going to be dropping many more sexual innuendos than you would if you were looking for a girlfriend or someone for a long-term marriage. That's going to be a much slower, elongated kind of courting process, burn, whatever you want to define it as. One night stand, that's a fast burn. Girlfriend, long-term relationship, that's a much slower burn over the courting process. So you're going to approach this woman that you find interesting, depending on your intention, different ways. So the second thing that you guys need to understand in the dating cycle is the approach. Okay? The approach. What kind of approacher are you? Are you a guy that loves cold approach? Are you a guy that prefers to be at a social event before you meet somebody? Do you prefer to have family or friends introduce you to someone? You have to understand kind of where you are and also where you want to go. A lot of guys are in the latter of that list. They like to be introduced by friends or networking events or social events. It's easier for them to approach versus cold approach. Cold approach takes a lot of skill, takes a lot of confidence. You have to be able to read people very, very fast. And you have to be able to remain grounded. You have to be able to put a container around that woman. You have to build trust and safety like that. And if you can't do that, that's why your cold approaches do not work. So you have your intention. You're looking for one of these, and you are going to make your approach now. I'm not used to waving my arm around on this board. So you make your approach, whether it's cold approach, introductions, however you do it. The next thing is you want to have conversation. You want to be screening this woman to see if she's a fit for you. That's what the initial conversation's about. What do we have in common? What do we gel with? What do we dislike? What are we, antagonists, so to speak, toward each other about? This is very important. A lot of guys think the conversation is to show off for the woman. It's not. It's about finding out if this woman's good for you, guys. It's not the other way around. It's not, oh, I hope she likes me. Oh, I need to be funny. Oh, I need to put on a song and dance here to get this girl to really pay attention to me. The conversation is your vetting process to make sure that she fits your bill. That's what this conversation's about, okay? And when that conversation's finishing up and you really like the girl, you've kind of vetted her, you feel like she's someone that you could get to know on a deeper level, there's intimate and romantic interest there, then you gotta get her phone number, guys. That's the next step. So, a lot of people want to exchange social media, and that's fine, but a phone number is very personal. And so you always want to try to get that phone number. Now, some girls just flat out won't give you the phone number, but they will give you their Instagram, and you can go through that Instagram, use that as another form of vetting, look through the photos, look for any kind of behaviors, actions that you may not like, so you can get that girl out of your life as fast as possible, so you can move on to the ones that are right for you. And that's what she's doing with your Instagram. She's gonna go stalk your Instagram and go through everything to find out what kind of a guy you are. But a woman that is ready to give you her phone number is much more serious, and she wants to have that deeper connection. As funny as that sounds, that's a deeper form of connection these days, is to give out your phone number. So if you get the phone number, and that's what you should always strive for, and there's ways to counter the Instagram kind of filtering process that women do. You just try not to get the Instagram, try to get the phone number. But once you get the phone number, also ask for social media so you can further vet her. All right, after that, we need to take her on a date. So the whole point of the phone number, the social media, is to now continue communication after you've met her and set up that first date. There's many steps where guys fail all the way up to here. Number one is they don't have an intention. They're just like, oh, hot girl, I'm gonna go talk to her, but they have no place that they're leading that woman to. And women know this. And if you don't feel like you have an intention, she's gonna just blow you off, right? If you don't have any intention to approach, and you don't understand what kind of approacher you are, well, you're kind of lost, guys. You gotta know this stuff. You need to know what kind of things you're looking for in this woman and vet her through your intentions of this conversation. You need to look at all aspects of her life. What do you want from a woman that's going to fit in your life? And you're using this conversation to figure that out, right? Phone number, just kind of a technicality, you need that. But once you have the phone number, this is where guys drop the ball as well. They have the phone number, they don't text, they don't keep her engaged, they don't continue to build attraction, and they wonder why they don't get a date. The girl just ghosts them. It's because you're not furthering the experience that you created in person. Very, very, very important once you have the phone number or the social media to continue building attraction, continue building rapport so that you make sure that she shows up for that date. Now, there's a lot of stuff out there that says, oh, don't text too much, don't do this, don't do that. Guys, listen to what your body's telling you. Now, if you're a nervous Nelly, if you're full of anxiety, if you're not used to having women in your life, yeah, back off. But if you're a guy that has a lot of women in his life, you're probably not watching this video, and you know what I'm talking about because you're not going to be messaging her that much. And if you do, it feels right, and she's going to reciprocate. Okay. All right. After the date, if you're looking for a long-term girlfriend, right, you might have a second date. Okay. You might not. Okay. 7, Now let's actually talk about second date really quick. This is actually not on my list, I just put it there. The second date, guys, you need to do what you've been doing from the beginning, continually building deeper rapport, deeper connection, building broader experiences with this woman on the first date so that she wants to go on the second date. And just how you text and message her to get her on the first date, you need to continue to do that onto the second date as well, guys, so that she wants to go out on a second date with you. You're building and building and building and building and building attraction, rapport, connection, deeper, more intimate understanding of each other. That's how you get the second date to happen, guys. And all right, after the dates, you like this girl, you want to take her home. All right? This is a big spot where a lot of guys fail. They can't get their girl home, either after the first date or the second date. And that's because they haven't built enough trust, they haven't built enough safety, and most likely they are coming from a very needy place where they want the girl home, they want sex, they want connection because they're craving it so bad because they do not have it. From the date to home is a very, very subtle, low-key, laid-back process that you would go through to get her to come home with you. So much safety, both physical and emotional safety, has to be built, which is going to lead to her trusting you, which is going to lead to her being more turned on that she's actually with a man that can handle himself, that can lead, that's going to protect her, it's not going to take advantage of her, and she's going to feel more comfortable going home with you guys. So, big fall off here for a lot of guys. After the first date, a lot of guys don't get a second date, and they definitely don't get the girl home. And it's because they're not grounded, they don't know how to emotionally connect, they can't keep a container around the girl to keep her feeling safe, both physically and emotionally. They're not really good at conversation, and they don't really care about knowing her at a deeper level. So lots of red flags go up for you guys, and that's why you don't get the second date, and you definitely don't get her home. And so the last one, everybody's favorite, sex. All right, at this point, guys, she's home with you. Maybe it's the first date she's home with you. She wants to kind of check out where you live. She wants to know more about your intimate life. Doesn't mean she wants to have sex with you if she just comes home with you. That's not always the case. And if you're really good at playing this, right, you're gonna draw out that experience. You're gonna build a lot of anticipation so that when she does come home with you, she's most likely going to want to have sex. But that's not always the case. Sometimes she just wants to, like I said, come check out your place where you live. She wants to get more information on this guy. What's he about? What's his home life about? You know, you can go and present in public very nice, but she could come home to a trashy apartment, garbage everywhere, clothes, the place is cluttered, doesn't look good. And that's going to give her information on you as well. And if things don't add up to her, if you present very well on a date, you're gentlemanly, you know what to say, what to do, and you get home and your place is just a dump, well, you've just gone back in ranking with her, guys. Everything has to add up. It makes sense to her. And here's another thing, guys. You don't have to have sex if you don't want to. I know that's a crazy thing to say, but let's face it, sometimes dates end at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. You're exhausted. Do you really want to have bad sex? I personally don't. Especially if it's the first time with somebody, you want to have great sex together. So check in with yourself too. What do you want? Maybe you don't want to have sex, but you do want to bring her home so that you two can hang out in a more intimate space. When it comes to getting her home and then taking it into the bedroom, guys, you need to do, in a sense, a lot. But if you've done all of this correctly, getting to the sex part, not a problem. She's going to want to be intimate with you because you've done so much that your average guy can't do. So she's already going to be turned on by the fact that you're grounded, that you're a great leader, that you're emotionally capable of connecting, you're intelligent, you're a good conversationalist. You make her feel safe when you're with her, both physically and emotionally. All of that type of stuff really turns a woman on. It's going to lead her towards sex. Remember, the woman's brain is her greatest sex organ. So work and play with that, right? She's going to be looking for an emotional roller coaster to ride with you. Exciting stuff. She wants to see you show up and be a man. And then you're going to get the rewards. Well, both of you are going to get the reward. She's getting the reward of an actual man showing up, a masculine man showing up, and you're getting the pleasure of her beauty, the sex, and a great woman by your side. So that's, in a nutshell, guys, the dating process. Now, if you want to learn how to do this and how to transition from one of these steps to the other, come check out my Limitless Natural Dating Workshop. It's 3 days. We spend those 3 days going through this with all of my models, and all of the models will treat you as if it is a real date as we work through this stuff. And you will not progress from one level to the next until you absolutely nail it. So that when you are out on a real date, you know what to do, you know the process, and you can actually nail it on a real date. So guys, lots of model work. We do video analysis of this. I'm in the room with you the entire time as we're going through all of this stuff here. The only thing we don't do in this workshop is approach. We start here, that we assume that you can already approach in this workshop. If you're looking for approaching, I have a whole separate workshop on that. It's a whole art form in and of itself. But the dating process and how to move through all of this is the Limitless Natural Dating Workshop. I hope to see you guys in it. You will learn a tremendous amount. I've had several clients come in from many different coaches that they've worked with, and they said, nobody has ever broken it down and made it so simple for me to understand where I am in this whole process, so I know what to do next to move the ball further down the field to ultimately get the goal. All right, guys, check out all the upcoming workshops down below, and I'll see you in the next video.